My name's Jason Nicky. I am the owner and operator of Landlocked Music in downtown Bloomington, Indiana.
A special jewel in the crown of the Midwest music scene is located on 6 and Walnut Streets in downtown Bloomington, Indiana. Landlocked Music has been supplying area music listeners with new and used CDs, DVDs, vinyl, and tapes since March of 2006. Co-owner Jason Nicky started the store out of his own passion for recorded music and the desire to bring his expertise to the city of Bloomington.
There are two owners, me and Heath Byers, and we just knew each other from college and from going to shows and collecting records and stuff. It sort of developed out of conversations we had about records and record stores and what we liked and didn't like about the ones that we went to. We were all just sort of junkies. I've always liked working in record stores and just being around records and music and talking to people about bands and stuff. I wanted there to be a really good record store in this town, so I decided to just start it myself, you know.
In the age of instant music gratification made possible through iTunes and file sharing, one has to wonder how a small independent record store would continue to thrive. Some predicted that the internet was going to kill physical media, but that hasn't quite stopped Landlocked from keeping their lights on.
Computers are great for finding what you already know you're looking for. It's that kind of accidental, serendipitous discovery that's what record stores are for. And what I like about record stores is just the tactile experience and finding something that strikes you in some strange way in the back of your head that you know, finding what you don't even know you're looking for. I mean, that's the point of places like this. You know, all I can do is create like a good environment, or like, you know, people are comfortable and, you know, feel like they can discover something new that they might not otherwise come across. But then, you know, we have people in here all the time who discovered something online and are asking me about it, or what, you know, what else, where to go from there, you know.
Recently, Landlocked Music participated in Record Store Day, a nationwide celebration of all things independent music. Hundreds of people flocked into the store on Saturday, April 17th to try to get their hands on a new release or enjoy the festivities that the store was offering all day long.
It's just basically an excuse to have a big party and have bands play and have all these special releases come out on that day, and just cool, collectible, limited sort of stuff. Plus there's like a big network of stores over the country that are sort of bouncing ideas off one another. It's a collaborative effort. We're in this sort of co-op with a bunch of stores across the country, and so we sort of have a voice in like planning it. It's a cool thing, and I hope it continues.
One of the special Record Store Day releases was made right here in Bloomington. Local recording studio, Russian Recording, released its 3rd annual compilation of music and included a bonus 7-inch vinyl featuring 2 in-store performance tracks recorded at Landlocked.
Mike at Russian Recordings always records his shows, you know, and the studio stuff he does, and we're friends, so it just sort of, again, grew out of a conversation. We had enough good music, we felt, to put out a good compilation, and like we needed some like bigger names, so like it was cool to have like Will Oldham on there and Lou Barlow, just because I think that made it a bigger deal to people outside of the country. I mean, yeah, we made 750 of them, which isn't a whole lot. It's essentially gone now, except for the handful that I have here right now. I'm getting like emails from all over the world asking for more of them, and we're down to like just a couple.
Music is everywhere, and like it or not, it has become part of our culture and of our daily life. There are so many ways to attain music. Whether you listen to the radio in your car, buy songs on iTunes, or not so legally download files from the internet, we are all music listeners and enjoy it in our own personal ways. The music industry is changing toward faster and cheaper means of distribution. Some say that the change is necessary, that it's progressive. Others fear the change and hold on to the processes that they're familiar with. Either way, Landlocked Music represents so much more than the old way of buying music. It represents how the local Bloomington community supports its businesses, and how their good tastes are rewarded as the store remains open month after month. Jason, Nikki, and Heath Byers started Landlocked Music to be more than a record store. They wanted a place where the local community could come waste an afternoon picking through piles of records. They wanted a place where physical media could live a long, healthy life. They wanted to have an inventory that was stocked with customer requests and full of local and regional artists. Regardless of how the industry changes in the coming years, the lasting effect that Landlocked Music has had on Bloomington is obvious.
So I think record stores, and this is true of not just this place but any place, they're sort of like, I think of them as like sort of like an indicator of like how healthy a town is. Like they're like frogs in the pond, you know. It's like a town without a record store is like, it's like a town without a good coffee shop or something. It's just like dead, you know.